You know, you're working hard, you're grinding hard, you're taking care of your kids, your family, your great husband, wife, friend, brother, sister, all of that, man, etc., right? But sometimes we get lost in the sauce so much that we forget to prioritize ourselves. And although I'm proud of you for going hard for everybody and everything around you, I just want to remind you that sometimes it's good to love yourself. And that's what we're going to talk about today, prioritizing yourself. This is the KYREN Monteiro Show, Season 2, Episode number 9. We wrapping this thing up. 2 more left. Let go.
It's excellent.
So excellent, man.
It's excellent. Cairo, engage.
Hey,
They ain't gon' grind like this. They ain't gon' push like this.
Yep.
They ain't gon' fight like this. They ain't gon' move like this. They ain't gon' build like this. They ain't gon' think like this. They ain't gon' fight like this. They ain't gon' push like this. They ain't gon' shine like this. They ain't gon' drip like this. They ain't gon' push like this. They ain't gon' move like this. They ain't gon' fight 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 like this.
What's going on, everybody? My name is KYREN Monteiro. I want to welcome you to my podcast, the KYREN Monteiro Show, Season 2, Episode number 9, called Prioritize Yourself. Give yourself a round of applause, because I sure would like to. You know, man, you've been going hard, man. You've been going hard for your family, for your people and everything around you. And I just want to say congratulations, whether you're just working a 9-to-5, running a business, whether you're serving in the community, whether you're just parenting and just, supporting your kids and whatever that is, being a great spouse, whatever it may be. I want to congratulate you on going hard. But I want to just remind you and myself that don't get lost in the sauce. Prioritize yourself. So I got a few topic points I want to go over with y'all that came to mind as I was getting this episode together and the content for it. And I think it's some legitimate things that we all can relate to, right? So number one of prioritizing yourself. When you do this, number one, you gain so much more mental clarity when you love yourself. Let me say that again. You gain so much more mental clarity when you love yourself. And what I mean by that is when you start prioritizing yourself and start loving yourself, this is not to promote narcissism. This is not to promote being selfish, but you have to love you. If you don't love you, then you can't love other people effectively like you need to. You gain more mental clarity when you do that. When you start prioritizing yourself and taking the time out for you, I think that it allows you to start understanding and learning things about yourself that make other things in life more clear, and your purpose and your destiny and all of that. So one, I think you gain more mental clarity for yourself. Number two, when you prioritize and love yourself, you are better for everyone around you. Point blank, period. When you start loving yourself and prioritizing yourself and investing into you, you should become a better version, because it's going to encourage you and challenge you. And you're definitely going to become a better version for everyone around you. Definitely your kids, your husband, your wife, your family, your siblings, parents, friends, cousins, whatever it may be. When you prioritize yourself, you're definitely going to be better for the people around you. That's for sure. Point number 3. When you prioritize yourself, you show others that it's possible to be able to do the same thing. At times, some of us only are able to achieve things because we've seen somebody else do it, right? You may have grew up and do what you're doing now in life because somebody showed you it's possible. So when you start prioritizing yourself and loving yourself like you should, you show others like, you know what, I can do that too. I need to be doing that for me. If he's doing it, if she's doing it, I need to be doing that too. Number 4, loving yourself truly makes other relationships in your life have more depth and meaning. Let me say that again. Loving yourself truly makes other relationships in your life have more depth and meaning. So what that means is that when you love yourself, Loving other people is easier. When you love yourself, you understand how to love other people because you understand love, right? That's the old saying. You can't love nobody if you don't love yourself. So when you love yourself and prioritize yourself, you're going to, those other relationships around you begin to have more depth, more meaning, more clarity to those relationships, in my opinion. And the fifth and final point in this conversation, loving yourself can start new generational cycles in your family. Let me say that again. Loving yourself can start new generational cycles in your family. And, you know, oftentimes growing up in families, we see people work hard, work, give, and just push without ever taking those moments to really balance and prioritize themselves. And that can be passed on because a lot of generational cycles that we have is learned behavior. So if your kids and see you grinding out and people around you see you prioritizing yourself and loving yourself and having a structure to things, it can help bring new generational cycles for sure. And that is definitely a healthy thing. So round of applause, man, to everybody out there working hard. I want to say keep pushing and keep going. This is a short episode once again, but these things popped into my head and I was like, you know what? That's great content to pass on to the people because no matter what we do, we need to love ourselves. It's important to prioritize ourselves and take moments, treat ourselves, understand our purpose, invest into ourselves, and just tap in. And on that note, let's go out on some good music, man.
It's excellent.
So excellent, my boy.
It's excellent. Cairo. Engage. Fights, they ain't gon' grind like this. They ain't gon' push like this.
Yes, sir.
They ain't gon' fight like this. They ain't gon' move like this. They ain't gon' build like this. They ain't gon' think like this. They ain't gon' fight like this. They ain't gon' push like this. They ain't gon' shine like this. They ain't gon' drip like this. They ain't gon' push like this. They ain't gon' move like this. They ain't gon' fight 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 like this.
All right, man, make sure that y'all check out the KYREN Monteiro Show on all platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, etc. Also, if you want to check out the high definition videos of this podcast being recorded, head over to the KYREN Monteiro YouTube channel and you can find it there. This podcast is presented by no other than Frequency Canvas, and you also can check out KYRENMonteiro.com. And if you need podcast production services, go head over to frequencycanvas.com. Blessings to y'all. Remember, prioritize yourself.